I'm joined by Steve Stowe, the Vice President and Executive Director of the Miami Heat Charitable Fund. Thank you for talking with me today.
Thanks for having me.
So let's start from the beginning. What ultimately made you and your team decide to go to that disaster zone and lend a helping hand?
Look, obviously, this community is our community and it's our backyard. And when something happens, we're there time and time again. But this was different. This was an absolute emergency situation, a tragedy that's still ongoing. And when we heard about it early in the morning and came to the arena, players were here, a couple guys working out, and specifically Tyler Hero and our assistant coach, Chris Quinn, and another coach, Glass, also felt, something deeper than what it was that we were doing at the time. And we decided to, purchase water, supplies, and food, because the first responders that were there from 1:30 a.m. when the accident happened, been there all morning working without any assistance from anybody. So we went straight over there and really just wanted to not only lift their spirits and let everybody know we're there, but really deliver these much needed water and supplies that they needed at that exact moment.
Yeah, and you say your own backyard. This was very close
Yeah.
to that disaster zone, correct?
Yeah, so the FTX Arena is 12 miles from ground zero. And look, South Florida is a huge, huge community made up of so many different cultural neighborhoods and diverse backgrounds. But this is an area that's very close to us, not only in proximity, but we all were touched by knowing someone or being friends of a family member, and it's still ongoing. So this is something extremely serious. And really, what I heard after we left is that we really kickstarted a lot of the relief efforts, and it was really nice to see everybody jump right in and continue the help that's still going on today.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, describe to me the experience, being right there in person, what was that like?
Look, I'm born and raised in South Florida. Grew up not too far from that building, still live there. So it is surreal for me to be with the organization now, 22 years and have our Heat hat on for this. But we're all human beings, and to really feel that this is something serious and something somber, that lives unfortunately were taken, and this is going to be a tragic sort of events that's going to be hurting this community for some time. So to be there, we were there to serve, we were there to help, but at the same time, we understood the severity of what's going on, and we really wanted the folks there on site to know how much we will be here moving forward. So I think that was a nice thing as well, not only dropping off the supplies, water and food, but really letting the folks know that the Miami Heat stands with them and behind them during this.
Does it hit differently just because it is so close in proximity?
Yeah, it's a tough situation. The fact that uh, this just happened, and no one knows why or how. No one knows the cause or the reason right now. Is really hard to wrap your mind around why this happened, and just dealing with all the grief and the mourning going on right now. But at the same time, keeping hope alive that there are some survivors, and we're hoping that our first responders, who are one of the best in the world, they've dealt with tragedies from earthquakes in Haiti to hurricane relief throughout the United States, even here in South Florida. We know we have the best of the best down there. And we're just, like I said, keeping hope alive that we will be able to find some survivors.
Personally, have you been hearing anything in the community about, people concerned that about their structures, about the buildings around them, about maybe even in the Miami Heat area?
Yeah, I think, the mayors and the government officials have really taken action upon themselves right away. That's something that they're dealing with and looking at right now. And I know that we could be rest assured that we have great leadership here, that yes, things are going to be revisited of how we do things, and to make people feel safe. And that's most and number one, foremost, that we want people to feel safe down here, whether it's going to sleep at night or whether it's walking around your community. That's something that, whether it's feeding the homeless, over the holidays, or visiting, patients at a hospital, or even our recent law enforcement training program that we've conducted here. we want this community to be safe. We want this community to be a better place, and we want it to be the best place to live in the world. So yes, absolutely. I know that unfortunately this did happen, but this will hopefully make us all safer and for the better.
And I know people, not just in Florida, but all over the country, want to be able to support this. How can they do so?
So we started a link, support surfside.org, and then direct relief / Miami Heat. So those are really two links that we've raised as of now over $300,000 just in about a day and a half. And these funds are going to be going to immediate relief right away to help folks with needs such as medications, healthcare, different necessities that they don't have right now, and then obviously going to help with some other very grave needs further long term, relocation and things of that nature. So we're asking the community to stay with us. I think that everything on site at the time being, they're doing the best that they can do, and this is going to be with us for a long time to come, and we'll need the community support moving forward.
Has this changed you at all as a person? Makes you put anything else into perspective?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, something that I personally strive for every day is to get better and to evolve and to acknowledge what happened and to really try and figure out ways that we can do better. So this is something that I've personally never experienced here in South Florida. And our experiences and my experiences have really led to us jumping right in and being the first, folks really on site, and Tyler Hero really being there, due to our health and safety protocols over the past couple of years. We haven't really been able to be in person at events or be with the community. So yeah, to have the experiences that we've had in the past, it has changed us to know that we're getting back to where we can do things again and touch folks tangibly and let them know that we're here, but to really think of ways that how we can do things better, and personally, to just appreciate things even more than we did yesterday.
Absolutely. Any last takeaways that you want the public to know before I let you go?
Yeah, I mean, our ownership, the Arison family and the Riley family and the Spolstra family have showed us from top to bottom that this organization supports this community and supports everything we do. So I know that when we come to work every day and we try to put the best product on the court and win that championship, that's very important. But this organization takes the community just as important as that. So it's a 365-day a year job, and this is something that we are going to be in our community every day, and we want this South Florida community to know that.
Well, I know I can speak for many. We really appreciate your support and helping out in this. And thank you again for coming on and talking to me today.
Thanks for having us.